Here you are. So, as you can see, I am still dealing with the aftermath of Finnish brutality here. Let me say that Finnish sand, mud and grit is extremely persistent. Now, while I get on with this, what I suggest you do is take a look at my stages. I'll do a quick commentary where appropriate, mostly involving things that I should have done better, should not have done. But it gives a perspective of how, you know, a newbie to the brutality scene gets on. So enjoy it, and I shall continue with this. Okay, here we go. Great weather to start with. So,
okay, place the rifle.
Guns had magazine inserted, but not chambered.
Please have the muzzle downwards, so it's not above. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Insert magazine to the pistol. Yes, and holster.
I can't emphasize how huge this vehicle is. But actually, the driving cockpit, so to speak, is quite cramped. All right, here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
So through the hatch, first time facing a dueling tree ever. I got excited after the first 3 hits. That didn't go too badly.
Good. Move.
And up we go. Now at some point, my rifle sight had twisted the drum, which I just managed to see it just as I was lining up. And unfortunately in the light there I couldn't see which sight setting I was looking for. I found it. So this is also my first ever time against the spinner. And I must say it started really well. And it was relatively low light. Thinking back, perhaps I could have used the weapon light. Whether it would have given me any advantage, I don't know. Basically the trouble started once the beam got level with the rotating, the horizontal bar, because then if you didn't pay attention, you forgot which direction it was spinning. Which is just what happened. And I tried very hard from then on to stop the spinning, as you can see. What I should have done is given up there and just brassed up the area to consume the 30 rounds. But I'm being overly tenacious. Finally, after
the ammo box.
Noob. Other noob mistake. And that's as far as I got.
No. Okay. Unload a show clear.
So what I should have been doing then was shooting at each of the steel targets at the end. One shot on each. If I missed, I would go to the X mark, do my catch-up shots, then proceed to the second barrel and rinse and repeat until the third barrel.
Oh, you were so close on that spinner.
And then I lost the direction.
It gets so hard to keep track of it in this low light.
And then I tried really hard to stop it after that point. Oh well. But the dueling tree was actually my worst fear.
Really?
Yeah, because pistol is my weaker.
You really had no trouble with it.
No, I was surprised.
Couple repeat shots, but no big deal.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Alright. Okay, take your position.
Alright, in we get. I'll change uniform there just to, so my other pretty one wouldn't get soaked, nor my boots.
Shooter ready.
Alright.
Stand by.
Back once the buzzer went, kind of forgot the cold. Careful there, nearly swept out of the box. Now for some reason I got a bit of a dry spell. No excuses really. If anything, the light for the apertures wasn't great due to the little boxes there. But this only gets me so far.
Here. Yeah.
And finally, from this time, I get into the zone. Start moving a bit quicker too. Now one of the problems with moving quickly is that, as you can see, it's like a bathtub. So you do get affected by the swell.
Time! Give me the gun.
Yep.
7.
Hey, this doesn't look like Algeria or Indochina.
See, I'm still smiling. Helps to know that you're going to go and get dry any minute. I've kept some.
Do you have
Somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, you can put here.
On the back.
On the back.
On my head.
Yeah. Or no.
No, there's no Velcro there.
No. This is fast.
There we go. Well-deserved badge of honor.
Oh, of course.
There.
Yeah, there is good.
That was actually not as bad as I thought. My legs are superheating now.
Feels kind of nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how many hits I got. But...
Do we have a hit count? No?
Any idea?
We don't know.
All right.
We'll put it up in
Anyway.
It was 6
That was cool.
in the end.
the... Good job. Go get dry.
Ready?
Now this one had a slight advantage because I RO'd on it the day before. So I knew the scenario and I knew the choice of positions for the poppers, but of course I didn't know where they would be specifically. Here I got betrayed by my earplug and decided to fall out, as it happened in the last winter Brutality actually.
Ear pro?
I think the sandbag caught it. Okay, now what I also did was accidentally press the mag release when I drew the pistol, but that was my fault. Concentrate. There you go. So I knew that one was back there, but nailed it first time. That went rather well. And for some reason I had trouble with the plates in this bay. They were big enough. So the trick on this one was to remember there were 2 plates.
Hit.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
You're finished? Okay. Unload and show clear.
Alright, this is where all my trouble started. So, quick jog and oh, there. I start to limp. I just pulled a muscle in my groin. Grin and bear it. Didn't really feel it at the time with the adrenaline. Let's go. Now on the drive down I've been cycling myself up. Thinking, yeah, this is going to be good. I can just sort of self-stabilize. But nope, I did not hit a thing. Luckily there's no penalties for missing, but I didn't get any bonuses. And now the timer starts. In my head, I was wondering whether I should use the bipod, but I wasn't absolutely sure. I thought it was going to be too high, so I didn't. Perhaps I should have. I probably would have fit. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to test it beforehand.
No.
So it took me a while to sight myself in. I tried resting on a bipod, it didn't work, so I got more success by just lifting it up a bit.
Hit! Hit! unload and show clear. Gun clear, hammer down. Time 7320. 7320, ei penalty, no penalties.
Oh, cramp in the inner thigh.
So how is it shooting from a moving truck?
Terrible, terrible. I don't think I got any.
It's hard,
Yeah, it was hard.
but you look good doing it.
I just started running. Oh, oh no. Cool. Hope I get over that for the next stages. Thanks.
Shooter ready.
Ready?
Stand by!
Alright, out we go. One of the things you had to watch out for was a safety angle when getting out and going around the door. And most of us chose to brace ourselves against the side of the door there. Still got trouble seeing targets, but I didn't go too badly. Off we go. I should have been sprinting, but I couldn't. Alright, mag out. One cartridge in there. Make it count. Good lad.
Remember the magazine.
Yes, we had to retain the magazine. My improvised dump pouch there was a suboptimal, but that's about the only time I used it. Now, in this event, I learned how to use a tourniquet since I was on range duty on this range as well the day before. So I had to demonstrate this many times. So learnt a valuable skill. Now dear old Sven has no structure at all, so there's no real good way to grab him. My aim was to throw it in there and I failed spectacularly. So all that was left was brute force and anger. But then I had to calm down because I had to shoot the poppers. Hit the mag catch again.
If Finnish takes two steps forward, please.
You ready, Fab?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Do you have any questions about the course of fire?
Do I have to do it?
Yes, you do. You got this. All right. Load and make ready. Load and make ready, yeah. And safety on.
Yes.
All right. Starting is low ready, 45 degrees down. All right.
I was a bit apprehensive about this one, simply because I didn't know how my leg would put up with the stress of hiking the kettlebell. So it was a bit of a mystery. Didn't like running. So here goes. There we go.
Good job.
Didn't hurt while throwing, did hurt while running. However, I will say that I wish my rifle shooting had been as good as this for the rest of the event.
Nice.
Oh, that was so close. That's the last line there on the left side of the range. So I just need to hike it over. If it had just rolled, I would have saved myself a throw and 2 extra shots.
Nice job. Hit! Hit! Keep pushing, you got this. Nice job.
I couldn't really make up my mind whether I should shoot from ahead or behind with the kettlebell.
Let's go, let's go!
Woo! Yeah. Good job.
I had to play a bit of the terrain because on one side of the range the ground was a bit soft and the other one was a bit hard. I can't remember which was which, but you could game it a little bit.
Hit!
Once again, I'm just short of the end of the series of slats there.
Yes.
Safety is beginning to annoy me.
Hit! Hit!
Let's go, do another one!
Keep pushing.
Ah!
Good job. Woo! Hit! Hit! Good job.
There, I got lucky on the roll there. Finally.
Resting on this side of the stick.
Hit!
I guess it's wherever the handle is.
Hit!
Alright, now it's time to go full gorilla.
Nice throw, all right.
Just need to get those 2 hits in. And I forget the safety. Idiot. 1. And it was not to be.
Finish, unload, and show clear.
Damn it!
Good job.
Great.
Alright, the last stage now. By then my leg was really hurting. So much so that I did test running with the jerry cans before the stage to see if I could actually do it. But I had Les Winner behind me, ex-Marine, urging me on.
In the box, in the box, in the box. Yes.
Alright, me versus Spinner again, this time with the pistol. Sounds pretty good, right? And at this point, it all goes pear-shaped. 16 rounds later.
4 more.
Fortunately, I realised far too late that it was going pear-shaped. I got sucked in
Yeah,
again.
go. Go.
Alright, and this is where all the hours of target shooting teapot stance paid off. If only I hadn't stayed for that spinner.
So there we go, ready for inspection. Now, I hope you enjoyed that little brutally honest walkthrough. Now, one of the stages is missing. Sadly, the cameras were all pointing elsewhere when I was doing the ground pounder stage. So look at Bloke's run to see how that went for him. Actually, for mine, it was pretty uneventful. I hit the steel with the Sako, which I was happy with. And my major issue with that stage was the right-hand target. I really couldn't see it against the berm. So it was largely guesswork as to what I was shooting at in that stage, and I kept on having to drop my rifle to have a look to see where it was. So that cost me a lot of time. Still, I managed to go through the barbed wire a couple of times. I only got caught once on the butt. No damage to me nor the uniform, so that was fine. But yeah, it meant that I unfortunately timed out before completing the whole stage. In terms of equipment, uniform was fine. I brought the F2 here for the water stage because I really didn't want to have to live through another day and a half with wet uniform. Boots likewise. The rifle itself performed flawlessly. The only issue I had was with the sight drum. There is a bull detent in there, so it should hold 0. However, the detent isn't very positive, and you can, if you brush against something, a hard surface, it will tumble between positions or to the next position. So particularly in the first stage, I lost a lot of time trying to find out where I was because I couldn't see what setting it had moved to. And the other issue I had was with the safety. I don't know, maybe I've just got short thumbs, but I find it very difficult to reach without twisting my hand around. And it was in some cases quicker simply if putting the rifle down or switching position to simply move my support hand and flick it, which is not the most ergonomic thing to do. And of course, it's not ambidextrous because they didn't do that back then. As for the Glock, well, it's a Glock, it worked fine. No freezing in holsters or optics to fall off or otherwise. So I was happy with that. It actually gave me a confidence boost in terms of pistol shooting because that was what I was fearing. And it turned out that I was doing rather better at the pistol stuff than with the rifle, simply probably due to the diopter sights. Maybe I'll be convinced to use some kind of battery operated toy on something next time. So yeah, that was really, really awesome, and I hope to be back in Finland for another Brutality at some point, and also the Desert Brutality, but I don't know when. We shall see. In any case, thank you of course to Varistaleka for organising the whole thing and inviting people such as me up there to take part, and also don't forget to check out all the other videos that are coming out from, well, In Range is already out, Forgotten Weapons. I don't know if Ian's going to do his own series on that, I suppose so. The Polinar crew, which are great fun, let me tell you. And yeah, I shall hopefully see you next time. Thank you once again for all your support through whatever platform you wish to follow us on. And say bye for now. Okay.
Je récade. S'il vous plaît. Si tu veux. Merci. Au revoir. Mais attends un peu. Non, non. C'est la mienne. C'est la mienne.